Hey everybody, another episode of Let's Play. Today we're taking a look at Close Quarter Battle, the upcoming sort of like skirmish combat action movie. True Lies meets Commando meets Predator meets, I don't know, the TV show Archer. Miniature game from Strategies Game Labs that is up for sort of pre-order through crowdfunding today, in which I was lucky enough to get to check out all of the cool new 3D printed models Darren's put together for, and I'm going to show you guys a run through of both the core mechanics for 2-player and the solo play, kind of in a blended Let's Play today. If you haven't watched the rulebook review, you can go up here in the cards. It's up right now, and that'll give you an idea of the actual core mechanics if you want to sort of like in-depth look at the rulebook and what the game's all about. And I'm going to jump right in, and we're going to run through the first mission of Operation Scorpion. We're going to go take down a drug lab in the jungle. This is Striker and Lunchbox, my two operatives, whose names I've rolled up randomly from the actual rulebook itself, who work for the Stony Man group, and they've been dropped into the jungle to try and burn down this drug lab, and then, of course, make their escape. So we'll show you the mission format, set it up, and play through our first game. So here I am all set up to play my first game of CQB, Close Quarter Battle. I got some of the cool 3D printed terrain, these shacks, the big drug lab in the middle here. It actually has sliding doors. These are all like on a rail system. I'm gonna break them if I push too hard with my giant ham hands, but this all lifts up. You can see here the base huggers, the trained cartel lieutenant inside the building, along with all of these sort of like green level novice sort of thugs all wrapped around. So all of the stuff that isn't my terrain basically is the buildings, these cool walls that all actually line up together. So they have like end caps, and you can line these up and then put them down. You can see I painted these on the paint table today. There's like a cool corner piece for making corner junctions. And yeah, the rest is all my terrain. So obviously I got some jungles, some trees. I have these die-cast cars that I just kind of weathered and roughed up, as well as the footprints for the buildings from Urban Mats, and all these crates are from Pegasus Hobbies, I believe. But all the Insurgent minis and my two operatives, Lunchbox and Striker, are all from Darren's line of miniatures that he's producing right now and that are available as part of the crowdfund with the rulebook. A pile of D10s, my D6s for suppression, handy measuring gauge, all my additional miniatures. So here's all of the alternate poses for Striker and Lunchbox. So if Striker goes prone, I can replace him with that miniature. If he swaps out to his pistol, I can replace him with that miniature, which I think is super cool. Same with Lunchbox if she goes pistol and knife, or if she decides to go prone. That was a really clever, like obviously it's miniatures agnostic, but I love that there's these clever visual aids basically to determine what your miniature is doing. And then my other operatives here, obviously the one on the left's name is Rickroll for very glaring reasons. And then Huntress is my other one there with the sniper rifle. The two operative missions, we don't have to worry about any of that. Then last but not least, I got some extra like waves of sort of cartel troops to arrive when the alarm gets raised, and I got all my counters out of ammo for the various weapons, plus minus for hot wiring and wounding, some status tokens for injuries, fleeing tokens for people running away, KO'd markers for operatives, and wound markers. Handy cheat sheet printed off from the rulebook, and my two operatives ready to battle, as well as some additional base huggers obviously for training level. So red means operative, 3 actions, green means rookie or novice, or green, I believe I think it's actually just called green, which is a 1-action character, and then blue for trained, which is the insurgent leader there into the building. So I'm going to play mission number 1, drug lab destruction. The operatives have been tasked with blowing up a drug lab in the derelict warehouse located deep in the jungle. The National Army has transported the operatives by helicopter, dropping them close to the objective, but the operatives must hike the rest of the way. The war on drugs needs to be taken to a new level. As law enforcement and the courts have not had the desired effect through deniable back channels, the CIA has hired your team to participate in Operation Scorpion, a global initiative to bring down the cartels and their supply chain. It's a 3-part campaign following the story of 2 operatives who've been contracted to blow up a cartel drug lab and escape. After each mission, it'll branch through the potential 7 missions that come after that, or 6 missions that come after that. 3x3, the jungle along the east and south exits, or sorry, west exits. A road exits the north and south, so there's a road going this way and this way. And 2 or 4 small buildings that are near the drug lab. 1 vehicle is parked on the south side of the drug lab. Cartel Lieutenant, trained Coolhead and Command with AR. So Coolhead means he removes a pin at sort of every activation. Command means he's going to get one of these guys to do a free action every turn as well. 6 cartel thugs, they're all green with SMGs, and then 2 or more endless green AR or SMG thugs that come on. There's also 5 civilian lab workers. They're all crusty punks inside this building. I used some handy Wild in the Streets minis to make it so that my operatives couldn't just huck grenades in here. So my 2 operatives. First we have Lunchbox. She's got Cool Head, Demolitions, and Inspiring. She's armed with an SMG, a pistol, and a knife. And then we've got Striker with Cool Head, Mechanical, charge, and he's got an assault rifle, a pistol, and a knife. They both got explosive charges, 2 each, because they're trying to demolish this building. They have to get inside and blow it up. In order to deploy the lieutenant and the lab workers anywhere inside the warehouse, already done. Deploy the 6 cartel guards wholly within 6 of the drug lab or inside the drug lab, so already done as well. And then finally deploy the 2 operatives wholly within 2 of the north, east, or west battlefield edges. Operatives may be deployed in the same battlefield edge or different edges. They cannot deploy within 12 inches or line of sight. So 12 inches of the south edge, which is that way. We're going to start in the north. Or within line of sight of cartel models. Okay, sound the alarm. Insurgent models may only take specified actions until the alarm is sounded. Guard models will take the guard action until the alarm is sounded. So basically it's like old Necromunda. You have to they're going to move randomly and look in a random direction. Lab workers will take the guard action. Lab workers, will also take the guard action, but may not leave the warehouse drug lab. Lab workers will activate after the cartel models have completed their actions. Lab workers will not perform search tests. Armor disarm. It's an explosive charge. 3 explosive charges must be placed on different interior walls of the lab. And once the alarm is sounded, lab workers will remain stationary and take no actions, but will flee the building when there's no cartel models in the building. Once the conditions met, place a flee token next to each civilian. And then hotwire, the vehicle has to be hotwired to drive. An endless wave, capacity is 12. A maximum of 12 dudes can come on after the alarm sounded. The alarm's been sounded. The insurgent player in the end phase and each end phase after that must deploy 2 cartel thug models touching any battlefield edge. Victory points, 2 if the drug lab's destroyed before the round limit, 2 for each operative that exits the north battlefield edge if the drug lab's destroyed, or 1 for each operative that exits the east, west, or south battlefield edge if the drug lab's destroyed. If we score 5 or 6 victory points, play mission 2, a traitor's ambush. If we score 0 to 4 victory points, play 3 midnight hunt mission. Got some big dice, maximum of 15 turns, and 12 of these guys can come on. Striker and Lunchbox get to deploy, and I think because of the inspiring rule, it's going to be worth actually deploying them together. They have to be within 2 inches and out of line of sight of a table edge. Now I could send them opposite directions. I can't be within 12 inches of the south edge. I feel like keeping them together is probably the better part of Valor. So we're going to say out of line of sight of all the insurgents and over here. The game follows 3 phases: operative phase, insurgent phase, end phase. Now because this is a guard and alarms mission, until the alarms actually sounded, the insurgents don't get to act as sort of like desired by the insurgent player. What happens instead is the operatives and the insurgents roll off. And whoever rolls higher gets to move the model. Then if they're within 3 of an enemy model, they can make a search test based on their training level and see if they spot them or not. Now, if I'm ever in the open with an 18, if I fire my gun or if I have a dead body in line of sight of one of these guys that they search, then they're going to raise the alarm. So until then, the reinforcements don't show up. So my goal here is to sneak in, hopefully knife as many of these guys as I can, get into the building, at which point the civilians are probably going to raise the alarm. They don't ever leave this, but they could search for me and see me, and then detonate the thing and then get off this board edge, preferably in that vehicle, which I could hotwire. All right, so let's do that. let's start the turn. So turn 1, we get to do our operative actions. So I'm going to start with Lunchbox. She's going to make a move action, going 4 inches behind this wall. Then she's going to make another move action. And then as her final action, she's going to take a wait action, which means she can act again as soon as someone's in line of sight of her. I'm going to do much the same thing with Striker. He's going to go 4, and then he's going to go through difficult terrain 2 over to here, because this whole template counts as woods. And then his third action, as he is an operative, he's got 3 actions. He's going to wait as well. So we stuck up behind the wall. So now we got to roll for all these insurgents, and until we roll for them, then we roll for the civilians afterwards. So this first one, green will be the operative die, and then red will be the insurgent die. The operatives win, so they get to move them. So this guy's going to go dun 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 and move 4. And no matter how many training levels they have, they only ever move a single move. This one over here, the operatives win again. It's going to walk 4. Not be within 3 of me, which means doesn't get to make a spotting check. 3 inches away to make a spotting check if they don't have line of sight. Over here, to win again, they're just gonna go, they're gonna have a party over here. I mean, something was in the bushes. And then these guys, 9 and 6, I'm gonna move them away. They're gonna go walk into the woods and go on patrol. This guy over here, I won that one too somehow. He's just gonna start dirtling into the woods. So 2 and then 1 inch. He's gotta go take a leak. Same with him. No, I didn't win that one. So the insurgent player would get to move him. So I think he would actually probably move him towards me to be able to see at some point. All right, I think, so we're back to, now it's round 2. There's gonna be 14 turns remaining. The end phase, nothing's, oh, sorry, for the guy inside. Oh, he wins the roll. All right, so the lieutenant actually gets to go. He uses command ability because the alarm isn't raised yet, so he's still just moving where he wants to, but he is gonna come out and also investigate, I think. Be like, what's up, nerds? Surgeon player got to control that one. So now we're on round 2, so the operators get to go. I think we just kind of do what we were doing. Sit here slightly with the dirtle and wait, and then back up slightly along the wall and wait. Operative phase, rolling for insurgents. This first one, oh, it gets to choose. So it's gonna go, I guess within 3 it could try and spot me. Yeah, I think even though it falls into my plan, I think you just go to the other side of the building instead. Oh, you're not quite within 3. This one over here, and we win, so it's gonna, just gonna walk over to there. For this lady, she actually gets to choose, so she's gonna go sideways to try and get a bead. Or she could just get within 3 and check. Yeah, I get within 3 and check. So she gets to make a discovery check. Within 3, no NSA required. It's a search test. So she is, green, so 1 dice. And then it's a 2 plus the training level plus cover. So it's going to be, if the guard is not on line of sight, then it's cover plus 3. So that's going to be, her training level is 3, and then cover is 3, so 2, 5, 8. So she has an 8+ chance of spotting. Now, Lieutenant, oh, we won that one. So they sent him on his merry way. This insurgent, no, we won that one too. So he's going to get sent on his merry way, just 2 inches into the woods, going the wrong direction. This insurgent, operators win again. He just continues his march into the woods. And the last one over here wins again, so he's going to start marching into the woods. End phase, I guess these guys would roll as well. They don't leave the building though, so they just kind of dirtle around in the corners. That one walks into the window. This one gets to do whatever he wants. He'll go walk to the doorway and be able to see stuff. The last 2, they'll just stay in their corners because we rolled higher. So the operatives rolled higher there. 13 turns remain. All right, well, I really want one of these guys to come around so I can kill him. Turn, or do we try this one more time? I want them to walk around so that I can wait and kill them. But I don't want the alarm to be raised either. Actually, if I get lucky, I might just kill her, be able to stab her to death. Drop our weights. And we're actually gonna go hot this turn. We're gonna go 2 to get out of this difficult terrain with Striker. And then he has the rule charge, which means he can make a move action followed by a melee action as a skill. So he's going to charge over into this insurgent with his knife. And actually, sorry, as part of that move, he's going to switch to tactical. He's going to move in and stab. Hand to hand, which means he gets to knife with his 3 dice, because he is training level 3, and then 1 for having a knife. The number is always 2 plus your training level, so this guy is green, which means it's going to be a target number of 3+ to hit him. Well, that's a critical, which is an auto wound, and then 3 more hits, which is 3 pin markers, which is another wound. So this guy suffers critical existence failure and goes away. This is the alarm. We actually just knock him down because he's a bot. I'm going to wait as my final one. Can't charge twice because it counts as both the move action and a hand-to-hand action. I could shoot if I wanted to, but it would automatically raise the alarm, and I kind of have a plan here. Then I'm going to go with Lunchbox. She's going to go 2, 4, and then she's going to move again into melee over here. Last skill, she's going to stab. Give him the stabs. So she also has a training level of 3, so 3 dice plus a knife. She needs 3s to hit. So 1, 2, 3 is 3 pin markers. That's 2 more than the training level, which will also take out this insert. It's probably going to sound the alarm this turn, but we'll see what happens. So starting with this one, she's going to start within, when a guard model starts its turn, within 18 line of sight of an enemy or a killed or KO'd model. That's happening. So now the alarm's raised, she can act normally. The guard rules are gone, and the alarm's been raised. We're going to switch over to the solo rules so you can see how those get done. Now, it's based on your training level and your situation, and we roll on the solo rules table. So for green, if they have line of sight, it's roll a die, and on a 1 to 9, it's going to be move toward, or sorry, shoot me. On a 10 plus, it's move towards me. So it's shoot me. An SMG, she has a training level of 1, and then 2 extra dice for being an SMG. Now, over here, we've got my boy, Striker. He is training level 3, so it's 2, goes to 5. And that's it. So 5s to hit on 3 dice. So 2 hits, he's going to gain 2 pin markers, but it takes 4 to give him a wound. So with 2 pin markers, he then can trigger and activate if he wants to, and he will. He's going to trigger his weight, and he's going to shoot her with a pistol. 3 plus 1 for a pistol. Does he cap her? He's got 3s to hit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So 4 pin markers. She's training level 1, so that's double what she needs. She takes 2 wounds, technically, or 1 wound, and she's also dead. Now, because the alarm's been raised, there's no more need to have these models on the table. But Striker's now got some pin markers. Everyone else is acting normally, and we're going to start with these insurgents. They're just going to use their 1 action to walk out of the woods that I conveniently dumped them into as the insurgent play. Actually, sorry, they have to roll. They have no line of sight, so 6 means they move towards me. This one over here, 1 towards me. Basically, on a 1 to 6, it's moved towards me as fast as they can. On a 7 to 9, it's moved towards cover and me, and on a 10, they move in a random direction. Over here, does have line of sight, actually, so that's a 4. That's going to be shoot. Now, is she in range, or he in range? 12? Oh, I don't think so. It's pretty close. Is that 4? No, it's just out. So with the SMG, it's going to be a move instead. So moving 2 towards me. This trained boss man, what does he do? He has line of sight and range. A 1 is shoot the closest enemy, so it's just shoot me. So line of sight is not blocked by the terrain, which means I'm in the open. So he's training level 2. He has an SMG for 2. I'm training level of 3, so 2 plus 3 is 5. So needing 5s to hit. So everything somehow misses. 4, 4, 2. I get dirt lucky. Second action. 1 again. He shoots again. Still on 5s. An out of ammo check and 1 pin marker, which puts me at 3. Got to make a AR test for his assault rifle. 4. He runs out of ammo for his assault rifle. Whoopsie. All right, so the end phase happens. That means that the insurgent character gets to place 2 new insurgents. Be touching any battlefield edge. So 1. And then this guy's coming in behind, 2. Start of the turn, I'm within 6 of my inspiring friend, so I lose a pin. And then I get to drop a pin again, down to 1, because I have a cool head. I have 2 actions, because I've lost 1 for this pin marker, so I'll rest to remove it. And then with 1 action left, I think we just blast El Jefe there. Switch back to our assault rifle. I'm going to give him the boots medium style. He's out of ammo, so that's going to be 3 base dice for our training level. Plus 2 for the AR, also in the open. He's training level 2, so 4 to hit here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 hits. That's exactly, oh sorry, that was a miss. That's 3 levels of pinning, which also causes a wound, because that's 1 more than his training level, which is 2. But I rolled a 1, so I have to make an out of ammo check for my assault rifle on a 5. I'm good. All 3 actions for Striker, so he's all done. Now it's over to Lunchbox. She's just going to quickly cap her with an SMG. She's got 2 plus her training level of 3 for 5 dice, hitting a green model, so that's going to be on a 3 plus. So 3s, that's just a wound, and then 4 pin markers, so she just gets exploded. That was action 1. Action 2, we're going to come to the edge. And then action 3, we're going to blast the lieutenant. It's reeling. So again, this is on 4s now, training level 2 plus 2 base number. Just a wound, and then 1, 2, 3 hits, but I have to make an ammo check. It's blasted, we killed the leader. Ammo check though on a 5 plus. Lunchbox is good. All right, so it's insurgent time. So rolling over here, a 4, that's gonna be shoot, because there's range and line of sight, but we're out of range, so that turns into a move. So moving 4 inches towards. Over here, moving 4 inches towards. Rushing to rescue, And then this last one in the woods still, 2. And it's going to be moving like 3 inches total because an inch out of the woods. So that moves out and moves around the corner. This guy's in range and line of sight. So what does he do? 1. Shoot me. So training level 3 for lunchbox, which means the base level 2, it's 5s to hit. 1 plus an SMG is 3 dice on lunchbox on 5s. So 1 hit for a pin marker. And then roll to 1. So an out of ammo check on a 5+. Good. Now, end phase, all of these guys start to flee because there's no cartel in the building. Which means they're all going to run away, double moving. Good for us. And 2 more cartel arrive. This looks dangerous. And then over here looks dangerous. All right, down to 11 turns remaining. You are cool head, so start your activation. You'll drop a pin marker. I think we just do what we did before. We're gonna SMG, just spin around. SMG over here. Fleeing. Forgot, all these idiots run 4 inches towards the door, and they freely open the door as they move. They go, bye, no thank you. There's no one here paying us anymore. I'm watching bullets riddle these bodies. We've decided to leave. They'll go looking for a Dead Kennedys concert somewhere not with bullets flying everywhere. So yeah, so lunchbox is gonna blast. So 3 dice for training level plus 2 for her SMG, leading 3s. So that's 1, 2, which is enough to be 1 over the training level, which will destroy her, but that's a 1, which means that is an out of ammo check again for the SMG. Now on a 5+, she'll be okay. She is. Action number 2, she's gonna take point on this guy and shoot again. Now he's in cover this time around. So 2 pieces of light cover, the chain link fence and the woods is gonna give him +2 to be shot at. So normally he'd be on a 3, it'll be 4, 5 because of the cover. 5 dice from the SMG. Well, a 10's just a wound, a 10's another wound, and then everything else hits, so he just gets blasted. Last action, lunchbox is just gonna walk over the chain link fence. Get towards this demo station. We're gonna go grab some cover, I think. We're gonna move once over to here. We're gonna blast with our assault rifle into this cartel member. So in the open, because we control the cover, so it's gonna be a base 3 dice plus 2 for the assault rifle, hitting training level of 1, which means 3s to hit. That's 5 pin markers. It only takes 2 to cause a wound, so dead like a dead thing. Last action, I think we're just gonna wait and give some covering fire. It's cartel clock, so no line of sight over here, which means an 8. It's gonna be come to the corner, going 4. And do we want to interrupt or do we want to save it? Nah, we'll save it. Line of sight but no range. So 1 is going to be a move, moving up 4. I think we spend our shot. So with an 18, training level of 3 plus 2 for the AR. A piece of terrain in the way that's hard, so +2 for cover. So 3s normally go to 4s, 5s to hit. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage, or 4 pins. Only train level 1, so 2 to kill. Last but not least, over here, what are you doing? 8, gonna be moving towards us as well. And we've used our waiting token, so we can't shoot again. End phase, these guys head on down that dusty trail. Being like, no thanks, I don't love any of this. And they all head for the hills, being like, we were just packing these candles full of baby powder. I have period everything except for like the trucks. Like this F-150 and this Humvee are clearly not set in 1980. They're set in a totally different 1980. Maybe 1990. You know, that's when the Humvee came back. So maybe, we'll see. Phase, we get to place 2 more cartel. Some more dangerous, and some more dangerous. Well, they can be with assault rifles too, actually. So let's put an assault rifle one down to threaten over here. All right, new turn. I think we just start with moving and scooting. So we're gonna go with you. You're gonna take a shot there, Striker, into this AR guy because he's dangerous. Hitting him on train level 1 goes to a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 pin markers. It's enough to explode him. And then shooting this guy. Now he's gonna be in hard cover with this hard cover piece in between. So that'll be a 2 goes to 3 for training level, 4, 5 for cover. And it's just one pin, so he'll lose his action, but he doesn't die this time. And then because we can't take a third shot, we will just wait with our last one. And then we're gonna go over to Lunchbox. She's going to take a shot. We're still within 12. That's 8. Yeah, it's easily 4. It's like 9, probably 11 inches away. Hitting on same dice. So, well, it's just a wound. It was 3s to hit, so it's a wound and 4 pins. So she gets blasted. And we have to get both of them in here at some point. We're gonna go 4 and then 4 into the building, so we can put it on 2 walls. And a corner is the easiest way to do that. All right, well, there's 2 insurgents remaining. So the first one has line of sight and is within 12. 1's gonna shoot me. So that's gonna be 1 die for training level, plus 2 for being an SMG. Now I am in cover, so I'm normally at 2, 3, 4, 5 for training level, 6, 7 for hard cover. That's a 7, so that's a pin marker. Shoot back. I'm going to save it for after the... Actually, no, because he won't get an action this turn anyway, so I might as well shoot back now. So shooting back, using my weight, I have 3 dice, 4, 5 for waiting. Or I could just move. I could move. I could shoot. I don't think I can use my weight action to make another shot, because I've already shot twice in the turn. So I'm just going to use it to make a move. And then this guy loses his pin because he is going to rest. This is the only action you can take even if you're fully suppressed. So then end phase, these jabronis are going to start running off the table because they're all done with this. I think everybody else just hits the table as just about. And then we'll be gone next turn because they're fleeing. Later, cartel. We're going to go see the Buzzcocks play. 2 new cartel members arrive. Another assault rifle maybe. Let's say... over here, I line of sight, and then another SMG over here. Turns remain. Okay, and that's down to 6 reinforcements now. Luckily, we're cool heads, so we get to dodge a suppression at the beginning of this. Now, you're pretty great at killing, so you're gonna make a move action to here, and then you're gonna make another move action with your charge skill into both these guys. Free melee attack. Now you've got a knife and a train level of 3, so you're just gonna put 2 dice into each of these guys. So the guy on the left, on 3s, and just kills him. Oh yeah, and you switch to your knife because you're getting tactical. And then the other guy on 3s, both hit, which is 2 pins, which kills him too. So good job, Striker. You got your name back. And then your last action, you switch back and you hit the wait button. So you've made 2 moves in a melee attack, but it means you could still shoot. Legitimate killing machine. All right, so now, Lunchbox, you need to plant the bombs. You're next to 2 walls. So now you have the Demolition's ability, which means you can reroll a die in your skill checks here. So now skill check has a success meter, so how many successes you have to get. So in this case, it's 3 for the Demolition. And we're trying to arm a bomb. We have to choose how many turns we're gonna arm it for as well. So it's always on a 6+ to start doing it. So I got 1, 2, and 10s count as 2 successes, so I've armed it. I'm gonna count 6 turns. Arm another piece of C4, which you will. 3 dice. That's 1, 2, 3. So we'll set that one for 6 turns as well. So in 6 turns, these 2 walls are coming down. We have to get a 3rd one done. Your last skill, you're just gonna wait. But you've used both your demo packs. You don't have any more. All right, insurgents. So this guy is actually just green, but he's got an AR. He's gonna end up moving, well, we'll see what he does. On a 1. Or a 10, he randomly moves. No, he moves in a cover and line of sight. I could splash him with my gun, which I will. On my assault rifle is going to be on train level 1, 2, 3 for base number, 4, 5 for cover, because it's hard cover. That's 2 10s and no 1s, so he gets murdered. Here, in line of sight because of the window, but not in range, so it takes a 4-inch move forward. And that means the Lunchbox can shoot her with her SMG through the window. Within 12, she's in the open. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins. Even if she had light cover or heavy cover, that would have still blown her away. And then the remaining lab workers run and take off in the end phase. The countdown's begun. Down to 5. And 5. 9 turns left. All right, we gotta get another demo pack in there, which we're gonna do. So we're gonna go 2. So it's 1 up, 1 over, 4. We'll be standing on top of this. And then 1 down, 1 over is 2, and then 2 more to get the other side of this wall. Move again, going over to this wall. And then we're gonna plant a demo charge. Not mechanical, so we gotta do this right. We get one success. We got one success, and we have no actions left. And then lunchbox is gonna go. Oh, sorry, we need to place 2 remaining. You guys are going over here to try and block the exit. Lunchbox is gonna go 1, and then 2 through the door, and then 3, she's gonna blast the closest of the 2 of them. Take cover behind the Humvee. All right, we get an auto wound, but an ammo check. Oh, so 1 more dice, which was not a miss. So two pins and a wound to kill somebody, but an ammo check on a 6. No, we're out of ammo, so the SMG's finally out of rounds. Splashed her. Insurgents, you're in line of sight. You're all 6, so you're gonna shoot your SMG, so that's gonna be 3 dice. Shooting lunchbox, she's in hard cover, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s to hit. Blasting. No, auto wound. Oh no, I'm wounded. So lunchbox takes a wound, and she takes 2 pins. Actually, just 1 pin. And the 2 in the endless wave left. I have right there, because why not? Actually, 1 will arrive over here. Let's tick down to 4. We really need to get out of here, Striker. 8 turns remaining. All right, well, we'll start with Striker. He's gonna try and arm this thing. I've got 1 success so far, 2, 3, 4. So that'll do it. It was on 6s. We've armed this. We'll arm it for, I guess, the same amount of time, as you might as well. And then we're gonna move 4 to the window, like that. And we're gonna blast one of these 2 inserts. The AR, we've got 3 base and our 2 extra dice. Shooting an insurgent in the open. That's just an auto wound, no ammo checks, so we kill him. Cool, we remove this. We're gonna attempt to reload our gun, which costs us an action. And then we're going to shoot, I think, that insurgent with our SMG. Can we do it? That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and no out of ammo checks. So she's also blasted. And our last action, we're gonna get in the Humvee and try and hotwire it. Because why not? This insurgent's gonna go, sees the Humvee, is almost within 12. Actually, I'm gonna say I am within 12. So what happens is when you shoot it, you actually shoot the occupants or you can shoot the vehicle. Now they're always gonna try and shoot the occupants. If you shoot the vehicle, it has an armor rating, and the armor rating will dictate if it takes X number of wounds, then you roll on the damage table. Now in this case, it's gonna shoot the occupant, so that means that 1 training level plus 2 dice for SMG. Now I don't get my, I get three points of cover for being in a vehicle. And I don't suffer suppression, but I can suffer wounds from suppression. Auto wounds go through as well. So it's gonna be 3 dice, it's gonna be 2, plus my training level, plus 3 cover, so 8s. That's 1 suppression, but not enough to cause any damage. These all tick down to 3. Really need to get out of there. Our 7 turns remaining. 2 insurgents arrive, just point blank, ready to murder. Phase, we're just gonna move into the vehicle, just to move into contact with it. So now Striker's also in the vehicle, and then he's gonna attempt to hotwire it. Mechanical, now its hotwire is 3 successes, needing 6+. His training level's 3. He can reroll 1 dice because he's mechanical. So 2 out of 3 successes. He'll attempt it for a 3rd time. He gets the last success, and that means the vehicle is now hotwired. Anybody in the vehicle could drive it, but we're gonna start off, I think, with some blasting. No, actually, he's hotwiring, he's in the driver's seat. So we're gonna go with Lunchbox. She's going to shoot out of the vehicle, which she can do freely. She's gonna target the AR guy, needing 3s. Now it's an ammo check, though, for the 2nd action. She does kill him, though. And she passes, so she blasts him. Never take the aim action, unfortunately, when you're in a vehicle. And then another out of ammo check, and then 2 pins and an auto wound. 6+, passes. She blasts other insurgents. Just wait, the last one. Blasting again. He's gonna shoot her. She's the one hanging out of the car shooting people. So this insurgent, the last of the oh no, that's it. That's the last 2. 1 training level plus 2 for the SMG, shooting the vehicle. It's 1 pin, but they all get discarded, and then because it hits on 8s, and then an ammo check for him on a 6+. He's good. 2, and there's 6 turns left. This building's about to blow. They're gonna do it movie style. They're gonna literally pull out of here with the building exploding in the background like a movie. So the vehicle moves 8 inches a turn, and for an action, I can have it take a move action. So I'm gonna have it turn. You can pay up to 90 during a turn. So moving backwards that 3 inches doubled to 6. And that means my last 2, I can drive forward 2 inches. Striker's gonna shoot this last insurgent on the way out. Sorry, he's gotta switch to his pistol though to do it, because he can't shoot his AR out. SMGs and pistols only, if you're the driver. 1 dice into this insurgent, needing 3s. 10's gonna wound him, but 2 ammo checks. He passes both, but he blasts the last one. Final turn, or final move, he's just gonna go 8 inches forward. Pivot up to 90. This wave is gone, so these click down to 1. This clicks down to 5 turns remaining. We move, and we move again. There's no insurgent on the table. End phase, the building detonates. Collapses into fire and smoke, and then the final turn we leave. So after action, Lunchbox is wounded, and Striker is not. We scored 2 for destroying the drug lab inside the time limit, 2 for each that exited, so that's gonna take us to 6. And then, because we went at the right edge. So we got full 6, which means if the operatives score 5 or 6 victory points, play 2 a traitor's ambush mission. That's gonna be our next mission. Looting a mission, looted weapons and additional equipment are left behind. So my extra demo pack that I had on Striker's gone. Each of the operatives models that was not killed gains a fortune point. So we can use fortune points now. Mark a fortune point on here. Wounded operatives that make it off the battlefield are healed and lose any wounds they've accumulated during the mission. So Lunchbox gets patched up and she's back to fully healthy. Dump our Humvee somewhere so we can't be followed later on after we make our escape. No choice, we have to play the ambush mission next. So the operatives return to their pickup location only to find their pickup is not waiting for them. If they escaped the drug lab in a vehicle, it ran out of gas and are now on foot. Lying in wait for the drug lord's thugs assisting the cartel from above is a helicopter with a searchlight flown by the National Army. The operatives must fight their way out before dawn or be captured by the cartel. So we go, a first look at CQB Close Quarter Battle, the War on Drugs, an action movie style, sort of Call of Duty-esque commando sort of game where we managed to infiltrate and blow up a drug lab at the behest of our employers, the CIA or whoever, whatever shadowy government organization has hired us to go do this. And Lunchbox and Striker are now trying to make their exfil, but they've been betrayed by the local military. And there's a helicopter hunting them through the woods. We'll see you for that one in 2 weeks. Big thanks for watching. Thanks, I'm Ash. Have a great day. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.